It's no big deal as long as you're super comfortable with where you're at. We're going to be doing a yin into a restorative class tonight. So we're going to start with yin. So get your blocks and maybe even a strap if you have it. And then, do you have a bolster or something that you can, okay, good, just grab all your things. Grab your blanket, bolster, blocks, strap. That's like our magic formula. And I'm gonna put on a little bit of music and we're gonna go. And it's just you and one other person in the studio. So there's just 2 students tonight. So just so that you kind of, like everybody knows what's going on here. I got one on the screen, one in the room.
Beautiful.
And I'm on a super low, even keel, apparently. So there's that as well. I spent most of the day out in the woods, but it's kind of weird because I thought I was going to go out there and do, like, I took like my cards, like all my woo-woo witchy stuff. I take it out to the woods with me, and I go and I just be alone. Took all my things, and then I couldn't find a spot that I liked because the area that I thought I was going to go to was taken. Somebody was camping there. And so I drove around looking for a spot, and I found a spot, but it wasn't really feeling the vibe there, but I was tired. I'd been awake since 3:45. So I was tired, and I was like, I really needed to just close my eyes for a little bit. So I took a little nap in my car out in the woods. So I drove all the way to the backside of Fernand to take a nap. And then I woke up, and I drove to another spot, and I pulled some cards and did my witchy woo-woo things, which really was just me pulling cards and saying a few prayers, and then I drove all the way back home. And yeah, so here we are. And I don't know how it's Thursday either. Like, that's weird. So that's what's going on in my headspace, is like, how is it Thursday already? And where are my emotions at? Emotions, where are you? Come back to me. Okay, enough of my goofiness. So to start, I really want to start us like all in. So let's start in butterfly. So with butterfly feet, and you can use blocks under your knees if you want to, or you could even put a block on top of your feet so that you could rest your head on top of it. But we're going straight in. So with yin, we go in cold, okay? And it's on purpose. And so maybe even put your bolster, you could even take your bolster and lay it across your legs and like use it to, yeah, exactly, drape your body onto. Beautiful. Good. And so I made a new playlist, and a couple of these songs have words, and they're some really beautiful songs. So let's test it out and see how we like it, huh? All right. So butterfly, hip opener, finding whatever your sweet spot is. No, see, I'm kind of just dropping us right in. It's like, normally I want to open with a prayer and all these things. Nope, we're just going to go right in today. And so find a sweet spot that you can rest in, because we're going to be here for at least 3 minutes. Notice your breath. Notice any parts of you that feel any kind of resistance to anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Notice if there's any thoughts that want to reoccur. It's okay, they get to be there. But just breathe. Make some space for yourself. I did bring us a prayer. I did. Okay. This is a prayer of honoring depth. Thank you for this day of submergence. Escort me willingly into my ancient inner well to retrieve the good medicine. Challenge me to share about my secret places, the cavernous regions select few are invited into. Guide me to choose my listeners with care, keeping company today with those who have examined their undercurrents and offered themselves as safe havens. Help me gather closely those who do not fear the chasms, so that I may recognize them as fellow divers who know the terrain of the holy well. Help me to trust that the open floodgates will not drown me, but open me to the sacredness of life. I'm going to pause there. It's a pretty long prayer. We're going to do this one in pieces today. So, honoring depth. What are your cavernous regions that only a select few get to enter? Is there anyone in that cavern currently who maybe needs to be removed for any reason or a new boundary set with? Does your cavernous region feel nurturing for you currently? Keep breathing. Okay, I'm going to start to sit straight back up. Go ahead and move your props out of the way. Bring your feet out in front of you. Plant your feet down and rock your legs from side to side, windshield wipers. And take your time. This is a counter pose, right? So in yin, we do these long held poses, and then we get to create space for the in-between time, so the counter pose. And so with these hip openers, it's usually rocking the legs from side to side, but if there's anything else that seems like it would feel good in your body, you can do that as well. But just breathe into whatever it is. I would say maybe even stretch your legs out in front of you and kind of tap your knees up and down. Okay. So from here, let's see, I have to move my props out of the way. Okay, now we're gonna go into square pose, and so you can start on either side, it doesn't matter. So one leg is gonna come in front, the other one's gonna come on top. Yeah, and this is where you could even stick a block or your blanket, wedge it in between your knee and your ankle, yes. So just hopefully you've got that. So we're in square pose, one leg is on top of the other, opportunity for you to wedge something between your top knee and your lower leg. Okay, got it? Yeah, good. And maybe even sitting, I know it's like, do you want another blanket that you can sit on the edge, like that you can sit on? I can get you a second one. Yeah, no, I'll get you a blanket. Because it helps to sit on like the edge of a blanket as well. Yeah, there you go, and then you can use this one. Yeah, so sitting on the folded edge of a blanket helps your pelvis tilt forward. Sometimes our tailbone wants to scoop under when we're sitting, and so it'll help it to rock itself forward. Okay. Yeah. I haven't been in this one in a while. I try to sit like this when I sit on the floor, just to like be in it, and I sit on the floor quite a bit. So this is where you could even like stack your blocks tall, however tall you need. See if you could let your head rest, even if your blocks are on double tall setting, right? Just so that you have somewhere to let your head rest, because our heads are so heavy. Good. And breathe into this. So there's going to be plenty of discomfort in here for you to work around, for you to pay attention to and breathe into. I would encourage even a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. Notice if there's any muscles in your face that are trying to stay contracted. Maybe your jaw. You could even open your mouth and stick your tongue out for a second just to let the jaw soften.
Kundalini, liberation, from dark to light, emancipation. I am looking for a place to put this fire. Canvases, seedlings, friendships, desire. A space to match the dream, to realize, and without compromise, to rise and rise. I was on my knees on a Sunday. A broken man had put me there. Father, Father, God, husband, ex. Did I not give enough of my blood, my honey, my ocean, my sex? After years of calling for God as He, in the round of my tears, I saw that she was me.
Keep
She was
breathing.
me looking into my window. Since the fleck of light inside the idea, she was me. Ether and body, thought and voice, Shakti and Shiva, lies and choice. I'm looking for a place to put this fire. Canvases, seedlings, friendships, desire. A space to match the dream, to realize, and without compromise, to rise and rise. Kundalini, liberation, from dark to light, emancipation. So let me get this straight, I said, and I was twisted with pain. I am to direct my devotion to you. Before the goal, before the market and the Milky Way, before purification, recapitulation, keeping score of my wins, my in-breath, my out-breath, my diligence, my sins. Yes, she said, you become what you worship, so bend and ascend. Oh, well then, I am looking for a place to put this fire. Canvases, seedlings, friendships, desire, a space to match the dream, to realize, and without compromise, to rise and rise. Kundalini, liberation, from dark to light, emancipation. Ah, Bodhisattva, Aham Karma, I am love. All those lies.
Keep breathing. You're doing so good. We're almost done on this side.
And the recollections of my life in the stars, the way I feel before you touch my skin, how I can always find my way back in. I knew the dark was only a disguise. I knew what I wanted was magnificent and true. I knew my longing was a prayer. I knew the emptiness was only a dare. Kundalini, liberation, from dark to light, emancipation. I am looking for a place to put this fire. On canvases, in seedlings, to friendships and desire. There is a space to match the dream, to realize, and without compromise.
Start deepening your breath.
And rise.
Begin unraveling your legs. go straight into the second side. So you're just gonna switch legs, adjust your prop if you're using something, whatever you've got. And it might be a totally different game on this side. Like, just know that. Like, you're gonna have more or less access on one side than, yeah, see, you've got a little bit more on that side. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay. Okay. I'm sharing some of my favorite songs with you. This song and a couple of the ones by this band I listen to every single day, multiple times. They're my meditation songs. During the pose, if you find that you feel like you can hinge forward a little bit more, you can change your settings of your blocks so that you can give yourself the room if you want it, right? Or you can stay where you're at, wherever it feels the best. But yeah, you can adjust as you go. The key is your breath and your willingness to sit still with yourself.
Material is a mystery. The Godhead is the energy. Cellular processes really watch out to breathe. Science being mapping out what the roots and feed. You put a little but a electron state. Your microcosm was the open field. Tuning the ways we communicate. You could commune in love, but you see negative grace. The hard love with the hard words. A spirit mirror in the living ones. Your time now or it never come. The age work it down in the dark of the sun.
Good, we're almost done on this side, so close. About 5 more breaths here. Okay. Start to unwind the legs. I'll go ahead and, you might feel like a 100-year-old lady. I'll go ahead and bring your legs out in front of you. Feet planted, and again, rocking the legs side to side. Windshield wipers. You could even take a cat-cow or a downward-facing dog. That sometimes can feel really good after this. So I'll give you space if you want to do that. I'm kind of feeling it. Yeah, downward dog. I feel it. The legs want to straighten out and push back. Oh yeah.
Maybe even hinge back and forth between downward facing dog and plank, just to kind of straighten out your pelvis. Yeah. After having the legs bent like that. Good. Since we're here, let's come into hands and knees and just rock a little bit back and forth between cat and cow. So you can hinge around side to side, front and back, all the things inside of cat and cow that you love to do. even encourage you to turn your fingers backwards towards your knees and hinge back and yeah, stretch out your forearms. It feels really good. I've been doing this quite a bit lately. You know, like in yoga, for me, like my own personal practice, I'll have things that I do quite often and then I leave them for a really long time and I don't do them. And then I start doing them again. I'm like, oh, why did I ever stop doing that? This is one of those, the hands, the fingers back towards the knees. It's like, why would I ever not do this? And then after you've turned your hand towards your knees, turn it back and flip your palm under so that the top of your hand rests down, and get the top of your arm too. And you'll just put a little bit of pressure. You'll find it. You'll find exactly the spot, okay? Yeah, so make sure you do both wrists. Yeah, it is amazing, yes. It is really amazing. Especially if you type and you do a lot of, yeah, exactly. I mean, we use our arms no matter what, right? Whether you're working at a desk or if you're doing anything else, you're using your hands all day long. This is for anyone, yeah. Okay, now let's do toe pose. I don't even remember the actual name of it. So curl your toes under and sit back. Inspired by Jess on the screen because she was already doing it. And I started teaching yoga privately to this group of like 60 and up ladies. And I did this pose with them last week and they were like, like their eyes were popping out of their heads. It was pretty funny. Because I was like, okay, what poses are gonna be good for these older women, you know? Like what are some interesting things I can introduce? And this was one that I was like, it looks easy, but it's not, you know? And yeah, like you could even stick a blanket in there to just, if you needed like an extra, you know, like something to back off of it a little bit, but so that you could still be in it. Yeah, breathe through it. In fact, let's add some arms. Open your arms up and then cross your left arm underneath your right arm and come into eagle arms. Yeah. Take a little bit of a tension off of your feet and create some tension or some stretching or, you know, dynamic tension in your shoulder blades. For me, my left big toe feels a lot of restriction in this pose. Okay, unravel your arms, take the second side with your arms. We'll do about 5 really good breaths here and then we'll come out of this whole thing. Okay, good, go ahead and, unravel. Oh, undo your toes, yeah, and you might need to like pitter patter your feet onto the, yeah. Okay, amazing. I wanna go into pigeon pose from here. And so you can take it whichever side you wanna start on. I'm gonna start with my right leg forward. And then remember how we did the last time we did pigeon, I had wedged a blanket underneath you. If you want to add that blanket under there, you can. If you feel like you don't need it, it would go under the, yeah, exactly. And so that will help kind of keep your hips square and forward. Yeah. Yeah, and then, yep, put your bolster in front of you and just rest into it. So this song says, thank you for the heart I have so I can feel. Thank you for healing me so I can heal. Thank you for giving me lungs so I can breathe.
Everything pleasant presents in the present.
The breath of life is the richness of mystery. You are breathing God and goddess that can never cease to be. The interplay of nature always be revealing these things. When you see the lungs next to the branches of tree, so we'll see who's the next to heal the bloodlines and break the chains of ancestry. We'll see in a generation coming with the effect of God will be, as we'll see. Who will patch the wounds of trauma and humanity and indeed to reveal the manifestation of His imperial majesty. We'll see, we'll see. The word become law and the dropping of Jah and the knowledge of Jah and the word is a prisoner and soul shall it free. We'll see, we'll see. People taking life when they take a breath. We'll see all your life for an instant day. We'll see. Lord, my life every chance I get. Never shall I forsake this sacred prayer.
Good. Keep on breathing. Use that breath. Notice where it wants to go. Let it settle. Good. We're going to switch sides. It's a whole different thing happening on this side for me. Whew. Oh. All right, so yeah, use your props, use your block, use your bolster, your blankets, whatever you've got. start pushing yourself back up. And we're gonna roll off to one side so that you come to a seat. Bring your legs out in front of you. Do the windshield wipers. And then probably a downward, probably a downward facing dog would feel really good. Anything that you want. And then we're gonna move into the restorative phase of our class. So that concludes our yin. Now you're just gonna rest. Okay. So I would love to start out the restorative portion on your stomach in half frog pose. And so you could put a blanket, because you're gonna hike up one of your legs to the side up here. And so yeah, you could put a blanket there, and then since you have a second blanket, you could also put one underneath your head if you wanted to for a little cushioning, like on your neck. Yep, exactly. Okay, so there is nothing to do, nowhere to go. You get to just lay here. Right, how often do you get to just lay and do nothing? Unless you drive out into the woods for take a nap. Notice your breath here. Even though you're just laying on your belly, still want your breath to be really present. Go back into this prayer. Let my journey into what lies beneath the surface be rewarding. Help me to appreciate the weight of my wild and enduring spirit, my traumas, my vulnerabilities. Engulf me in trust in my ability to hold this space inside of me, rich with memories, offerings, passion. Enable those who visit my home deep down to reflect my magic back at me. Commit me to reciprocity. Help me to accept people as works in progress. Curtail my judgment when I am invited into their watery dimensions. Teach me to see the best in them and in myself. Nice big full breaths. When you're breathing, really notice your breath in your back as it travels up and down your spine. See if you can allow your breath to expand through your waist. We'll start to slowly transition sides here. So straightening out whichever leg you have bent and making the adjustments that you need to make to get your props or anything to the second side. Help me move beyond the programming which instructs me to share just what's on the surface. Grant me the concentration to stay with myself when I am opening up, to allow myself to be heard and known. Discourage me from opening the portal and quickly slamming it shut again out of fear or pride. Tolerate no stonewalling or sullenness. When I cling to the shallows, provide me with the resources and support to dive deeper. Kindle a desire to know myself thoroughly and to see kindred relationships as invitations to forego the frivolous. About 5 more breaths on this side. Good. Go ahead and straighten that leg. Stay on your belly. You could lift your feet up. And so bend at the knees, lift your feet, and then rock your legs from side to side. Yep. Okay. I'll go ahead and press up and use the bolster for supported child's pose. And you could go all the way flat. Another option, since you have blocks, is you could bring this bolster closer to you if you wanted to do something like that and make like a little ramp out of it. So just knowing that that is available, should you choose it. Yep, stick the other one underneath, yeah. Yes, there you go. And then go on this second, yep, there you go. You got it. Perfect. Good. Get to release control now. What gets to be released and surrendered for you? Begin to move out of this pose, back into Shavasana. You can take anything that you need to in between this and Shavasana. I'm going to give you a pretty long Shavasana. It's going to be a straight up like 10-minute. So get yourself so comfortable and so all the things. Put something over your eyes. Drape something over your body if you want to. Bolster under your knees. You can, well, it's actually, that'll be good because your bolster is kind of thin, but you'll end up being able to take it out when you're ready. Just like slide it out whenever you're ready, yeah. And so Jess, option, if you wanted to, you could go straight to Shavasana, or you could put your bolster under your back and do a little heart opener first, and then transition to Shavasana. It's probably what I actually should have offered. It's what I should have offered. It's just what Tamila, is that how you say your name? Yeah. That's what Tamila did, and that's like, oh yes, that should have been the next pose. See, sometimes your students know better than you do. She took teacher training too. Right, so that's why we give you options, because then you remind us, oh yes, there's that pose too. Good, so nice big breath in through the nose, out through your mouth. Call that a cleansing breath. So releasing control, releasing anything that does not serve in this moment. I'm going to finish the last little paragraph of this prayer. Protect my energy as I venture into the abysses of others. Plunge me not into mean-spirited communication, where shadows are utilized as a tool for perpetuating dysfunction. Invest me wisely. Help me engage to exchange intimacies and ideas respectfully. Help me seek matches for my level of intensity and passion. Strengthen me to discern fact from fallacy and depth from delusion without judgment, and move on. So that was a prayer of honoring depth. This might be a good time to change your bolster. Good, allow your body to fully rest into your props, into your mat. begin wiggling your fingers and your toes. And Jess, at home, you are so more than welcome to stay in Shavasana. You can stay right where you're at if you wanted to, or you can come back up to seated and meet us, whichever you prefer. Hopefully you're feeling a little stretched and a little rested. A little bit stretched in the hips and a little bit rested in the mind and the heart. So we'll bring our hands down to the ground beside us on either side. Just imagining here that we have roots growing out from underneath us, from all 10 of our fingers and our palms. And our roots are spreading around the 3 of us, 2 of us here in this room, and 1 of us on the Zoom screen somewhere in Spokane, I think. I don't know. I'm just going to say somewhere in Washington. And we've made this choice to be here energetically, so thank you for choosing yoga tonight. Turn your palms up and inhale. We'll scoop up all this energy. Exhale, bring it with you to your heart. You get to choose what to do with this energy that was created. And please keep so much of it for yourself so that you can make it through whatever gets to be gone through between now and next Thursday. Thank you so much. Namaste.